Have you ever had this experience? No matter where you go, different cafe, different brand, different country, it somehow feels like you've already been there. It's a different name, different logo, different menu, but somehow it feels the same. Same beige tones, same soft lighting, same minimalist layout that says we are curated and we have our stuff together, and yes, we serve oat milk. And yet you as the customer are sitting there thinking, wait, haven't I seen this all before? Because you kind of have, just under a different name. But if you've ever had that same weird and slightly frustrating moment and you couldn't explain why everything feels so similar, it's not deja vu. It's exactly what we're unpacking in this video today. Because there is a reason that everything looks so similar right now. It's not trends, it's not just a coincidence. And it's definitely not because designers suddenly lost their creativity overnight. There is a system behind it. And once you see it, you won't be able to unsee it. But more importantly, after this video, you'll understand how not to become a part of it. So let's begin with how this actually happens. You are designing something, a brand, a cafe, a website. You want it to feel modern, clean, and relevant. So naturally, you look for inspiration. You open Pinterest, you scroll Instagram, you look at competitors, and what do you see? Muted color palettes, minimal logos, lots of white space, a tasteful serif font that wants it to feel premium. And here's the part that no one ever says out loud. Everyone thinks that they're being inspired, but the truth is that we're all pulling from the exact same pool. So even if you're not copying anyone directly, you're still pulling from the same visual language as everyone else. We accidentally built a system where design doesn't start from ideas anymore. It starts from other designs. We're not creating from scratch anymore. We're remixing other people's remixes. And the more this happens, the more everything starts to converge into the same exact aesthetic. Now, it's easy to look at this and say that designers are just being lazy, but that's not actually what's happening. Most designers are not designing for originality. They are designing to not get rejected. Because in the real world, sorry to say, design isn't just about creativity. It's about approval. There are clients, there are stakeholders, there are marketing teams. There are people who are looking at numbers, not just visuals. And when money is involved, people don't want different. They want what's proven. Minimalism isn't just a style anymore. It's a risk management strategy. It signals cleanliness, professionalism, modernity. It's a visual shortcut for saying, hey, we're a safe choice. So when brands start to all look the same, it's not because of lack of ideas. It is because systems reward ideas that feel familiar. Now let's talk about the part that feels even more invisible, the algorithm. Because design today doesn't just exist in physical spaces. It has to be able to live online too. And the internet? It doesn't reward originality. It rewards what already worked yesterday. If something performs well, then it gets pushed. And if it gets pushed, then more people see it. If more people see it, then more people replicate it. And here's where it gets interesting. Designers aren't just influenced by trends anymore. They are being trained by performance. Without even realizing it, you start to calibrate your taste to what gets more engagement, what gets likes, what gets saves, what gets approved. So instead of asking, is this interesting, you start asking, will this perform? And when millions of designers are doing the exact same thing at the exact same time, you don't get diversity, you get coverage. And at the same time, something else shifted. Everything became aesthetic. Coffee isn't just coffee anymore, it's a vibe. A hotel, it's not just a place to stay. It's an experience. A brand? They're not just selling a product, they're selling a lifestyle. And the fastest way to communicate aesthetic, visually, minimalism. Because it's clean, it's digestible, it photographs well. It doesn't say anything too specific so it doesn't offend anyone. Minimalism is the fastest way to look curated without taking a strong stance. It's the design equivalent of vanilla ice cream. Safe, inoffensive, easy to like. And also, very easy to forget. Here's the uncomfortable truth. This all works very well. From a business perspective, this type of design, it reduces risk. It appeals to a wide audience. It aligns with current expectations. And more importantly, it converts. So brands keep choosing it. And as designers, we learn quickly, oh, this is what gets approved. Not what's bold, not what's memorable, what gets approved. And once that's the goal, everything starts looking the same by default. Now let's bring this back to you as the viewer. Because even if you're not a designer, you're still feeling this. And the reason that it feels off, that is actually very simple. Your brain, it's naturally wired to look for contrast. We like patterns, but we also need variation in order to stay engaged. When everything is designed to be clean, calm, and pleasing, nothing is fighting for your attention anymore. Nothing interrupts you, nothing makes you pause. So instead of feeling inspired, you feel numb. It's like hearing 10 songs that all sound very similar. At first, it might be nice, but then it becomes forgettable. And here's where it gets a little uncomfortable. We say that we want a brand that stands out. We like to say that we're tired of everything looking the same. But the moment that something actually does stand out, we like to say that it's too much. It's too loud, too weird, too different. If everyone likes it, that's usually a sign to not say anything. Because real identity, it requires specificity. And specificity always comes with a risk of rejection. And that's a trade-off that most brands are not willing to take. But here's the thing. If everything looks the same, standing out doesn't require reinventing design. It requires making choices, real choices, not just following what looks good now, but deciding what actually makes sense for the brand. And that could look like using color that communicates something very specific, choosing a typeface that has personality, not just elegance, leaning into a concept instead of just enjoying one aesthetic. Because minimalism isn't the problem, the mindset is. Because if you strip everything down without a point of view, you don't get clarity, you get invisibility. So here's the shift. Stop asking if your design looks good and start asking things like, does this make sense for the brand? Does this look good? It leads you into trends. Does this make sense? That leads you more into identity. And identity, that's what makes people remember you. So no, you're not imagining it. Everything really does look the same right now. And it's not because creativity disappeared. It is because we designed to optimize for performance. And we accidentally optimized the personality out of it. We built systems that reward familiarity. And we trained ourselves to follow what works. And somewhere along the way, we all got really, really good at blending in. But here's the upside. The bar for standing out is really low, lower than it has ever been. Because while everyone else is out there trying to be liked, you have the opportunity to be specific, to have a point of view, to make something that actually feels like something. And in a world where everyone's trying to look the same, the difference, that's the entire game. But okay, guys, that's all I have for you in this video. I really hope you enjoyed it because I enjoy talking about this. But yeah, if you didn't already, go ahead and like and subscribe because I make videos just like this every single week. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye.